My goodness, there's a lot going on in the world at the moment. Whew. Okay, so, hi everybody. I have not been on here in a minute, so I'm excited to see you guys. Hello, Antonio. Hello, Carlos. Hi, guys. Hi, Emma. How's it going? Hi, Jessica. Hi, everybody. Oh my goodness, there's a lot going on. I have an amazing, wonderful human joining me today. Her name is Colette Abetty. She's an author of a super cool, crazy, wild ride book. It's a sci-fi novel. But what I think is really cool, because, it's all about me, I got to narrate this book. So I'm really, really excited about that. I've been filming a lot of different projects. It's been a little bit wild, so I've only just popped back on Insta in the last couple days, in case you guys might have noticed, might not have, or missed me or whatever. But I'm also doing a project, which I'm going to tease. I'm doing a new project that started production Saturday, with a little lady named Shanae Grimes Beach, who used to be named Annie Wilson on a little show called 90210. So she and a little lady who used to be named Naomi Clark are working together again in a really cool way, and we are so excited to share it with you. But we can't share it yet, so you just have to stay tuned. But for now, I'm gonna bring on Colette Abetty, the author of the book. I hope you guys, because I had so much fun recording it and acting out all the characters and doing all that fun stuff. So without further ado, let me figure out how to add there she is, Colette. Colette, are we coming on? There she is. Hi, beautiful.
Hi, beautiful. How are you?
So happy to do this with you.
Me too.
Long enough. I was just catching everyone up on why I've been kind of Insta MIA, because I've been doing some crazy stuff, as you well know. But I got to do this wild, crazy ride with Colette. When did we record this? When I was filming in New York.
Yeah.
October, November. So we did a crazy 18-hour, 20-hour production recording the book named Breed. And Colette is on the West Coast. I was filming on the East Coast, or dealing with COVID times and trying to find a studio that's, doing all the appropriate protocols and stuff for us to be able to do it in a safe way, while I was filming on another project that's testing me every 47 seconds. So we had to navigate that whole thing, and somehow we made it happen. And it was crazy because my darling in-studio producer, Mike, who you've spoken to so many times, Colette, Mike was wonderful. He's an older man in his 60s from Long Island. And by the end of me performing the book, Breed, he was like, I need to know what happens next. I'm invested. I'm like, this is YA, right? This is young adult sci-fi fiction. The book's called Breed. I actually just put it into Breed. I performed it for audiobook. Wherever you can get audiobook, right? I got it on Audible, with Amazon Audible, but anywhere you can get audiobook. But yeah, Mike wants us to reserve time for Colette's second book, Shadow. So part of the trilogy. Because he's like, you can't record this with any other producer. I need to know what happens next. So, je t'aime. Thank you. I love you too. Hi, France. What's going on? Okay, so without further ado, Colette, hi, my darling friend. Tell us all about Breed. What's it about? What does it mean to you? And I'm going to eat some salad while we do this, because I'm starving.
No problem. I mean, it takes place 1,000 years from now. It's about basically humans have evolved into hybrid beings. They're part animal, they're part human, but they are walking around as humans. And extreme emotion makes them flicker into their shadow, into their animal.
You just discovered that this has been put into a group of books that are referring to transhumanism. Is that right?
Yes. Which was really nice.
Part human, part animal, transhuman.
Yeah, part human. Yeah, and it was really cool because Dune was listed as one book as well. So I was like, I'll take that list.
Right.
I will take that list. So there are 5 kingdoms on Earth. There's the amphibian kingdom, there's the reptile kingdom, there's the other mammal, the bird, and cetacean. And it's, you know, it's just a love story, and it's a sweeping, epic dystopian, and I'm really excited about it.
And it's totally going to be a movie. It reads like a movie. The whole time, Mike and I were laughing because we were like, I want to see this on the big screen.
You should. Book 2, actually, I will say, I do agree with you. It does read like, and I wrote it, but I'm saying it, but book 2 actually really is just all action, and it feels like a movie. I mean, even my
Wait, I'm sorry, book 2's all action? Book 1 was all action.
I know.
I was literally like, I was so exhausted every day after recording. I was so like, I've been through a war. Wait, but okay.
You were amazing, by the way. This girl has the patience. She is, I don't know where you came from. I don't know what planet you come from. Well, I do know it's the blue planet, but
the blue planet.
The blue planet. But God, the patience you have, and just the generosity and the love, and I can't say enough, and I love you so much. And I have to say this to everybody who's listening. AnnaLynne is the best friend you could ever have. When she's on your side, she's on your side. So,
I'm a ride or die bitch, I won't lie.
No, you are.
But I'm very lucky because I also attract ride or die bitches, so is Colette. You can get the book on audiobook or on iTunes or anywhere that books are sold, right?
Yes, everywhere. It's all over. Yeah.
Here's why you need to read the book, okay? So we told you a little bit about the process of you know, what went into it. But the reason you need to listen specifically because, you know, it's really all about me, and so
it is.
The audiobook because you'll hear me do it because I need to.
I have to say this really quickly. She's ruined it as a writer now. Like as I'm writing the book, I just finished book 2 and I'm doing book 3. I just hear your voice now. I don't hear my voice anywhere. I'm like, oh, how's she gonna say this?
So I own this character.
You do.
Well, here's the basically Siren. This is what I love because this is what I love about. I talked a little teaser in when I said we were going to do this in Saliva. So we're going to talk about some taboo topics.
Okay.
There is a bit of a taboo with Breed, and I love that Colette went there and wrote this book and might have people be like, well, why is this book about a woman who's trying to get pregnant? That's not what the book is about, by the way, but that is an element of the story. And what's so interesting is, of course, we're talking about 2999 AD, a dystopian future where we have completely fucked up our world and our animals are all gone. And in order to evolve and still have the essence of these wonderful big cats and amazing animals that we used to have on the planet in this book, a beautiful character, Dr. Hetty, who's actually based on Colette's father, who passed a few years ago, and who's a dear, wonderful father to Colette, and an absolute wonderful human to all of us on the planet. But this in the book, Dr. Hetty's a scientist, and he's like, I'm not going to let these big, beautiful animals go away forever. This is not okay. And I love this because it's kind of giving us, you know, it's putting entertainment around a really important issue. And all of you guys know I love to talk on important issues. So there's that element of the book. But there's also the fact that there's a really annoying thing going on in the world with there's like toxic masculinity. Now I think there's toxic female masculinity. And let me explain to you screw you, guru. Screw the gurus who are going to do this. Someone quoted a line from Naomi. The reason I say toxic female masculinity is it's not because it's not a total thing to be a female. Trust me, I've been a very masculine female a lot of my life because I needed to be to survive. But I was taught that being a tomboy was better than being a feminine girl. And I don't like that. That is not okay with me. There's some kind of negative talk around like being a mother and a wife and and taking care of the home and being
divine feminine.
But being nurturing and divine feminine. Yeah. So
divine feminine. Yeah.
You're so feminine, and but there's this idea that femininity is not strong, that it's somehow the weaker. So a lot of finally we're getting female leads everywhere, right? But now they're basically men in women's body. They're like the masculine in the women's body. And there's that is wonderful too and important too, but it shouldn't be the only way we put a woman in a lead role. She doesn't have to be a badass in this tough as nails way. She can be like strong from the inside and be soft and powerful in that regard. And that is what I love about Breed. And now I know that was a really long way to get to the point of what. So basically Siren is the lead character, and she is one of 12 individuals left with her breed. So there was a terrible massacre, and the other kingdoms slaughtered her breed hundreds of years prior to when the book takes place in the narrative of the story. And Siren and the other 11 members of her breed have had to escape. They live on another planet, a planet called Akasha. That's where they escaped to hide out because they were killed off. And the ones that remained, no one knows still exist. So the planet Earth that exists as it does in 2999 AD in this book does not, like, they don't know that anyone from her breed exists. And what's so incredible about this is that she comes to Earth because she needs to find a man. Because don't we all, honey? Don't we all?
She's got to leave her planet because she can't even find one on her planet.
She can't find one on her planet. They're all done.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, she's got to come to Earth. And so and I'll have Colette kind of explain to you the beauty of the magic of this relationship. But she comes to Earth, she as it goes, she crashes in the wrong kingdom, and it's terrible, and the people that massacred her breed is now where she is. But what is so incredible is through the book you feel this, like, they're so prejudiced against her, and you feel the pain of prejudice that everywhere she turns, people are looking at her and they're like, you're different, you're an other, you're not what we are, you're not us. And Colette wrote this book 4 years ago, 2017.
Yeah.
Before this was really a huge topic last year, obviously with BLM and these beautiful narratives that are coming forward in a positive way, highlighting this issue. Not that the issue is positive, but in a positive way, we're starting to open our eyes and evolve and talk about this. So the book is so relevant because for me, reading it and performing Siren, I was really getting physically upset. Like, I was like, does anybody like me? Like, as her? Like, does anyone, like, everyone is looking at her just like, ew, you're gross. You're not us. You're other. You're different. You're Aliud, which is Colette makes me say a lot of Latin words in this book. But so can you kind of speak to that, Coco? Can you talk about the fact that, first of all, it was so innocent that you just wrote this beautiful narrative. We've all been through moments where people have treated us badly because we're different or quirky or we are weird or whatever it is, and they don't understand us. So they can you kind of speak to the fact that it was coming from a really organic place from you, but it just so happens to be quite relevant?
It's interesting that you bring that up and you're the first person to bring it up actually on an Insta Live, because I did write it 3 years ago, and everybody who's read it and even the reviews that are coming out, they're comparing it so much to the political climate right now, which, going back and rereading it and listening to it, it was very surreal for me because I was just writing a story. I was writing a story that felt something that resonated with me, that the idea was a genesis from my father, as you know, about souls and whatnot. And I guess as I started to write it, whatever was subliminal or, things that maybe I had experienced myself as a child growing up here.
Because Colette,
as an Iranian American,
Colette's
I did
parents traveled here from Iran, and she's first generation Iranian American and has experienced prejudice as a result of that.
Yes, for sure. I have, but I've never really talked about it. My parents have as well. It's not something I haven't identified. I never identified with it before, but now, it's coming out more. Yeah, exactly.
It's safer to now.
Yeah, it's safer to kind of dip your toe in it and say, yeah, this did happen to me. I've had experiences like this as well. Yeah. And so many people have. So looking at Breed now and seeing Siren in this world, in this foreign world, being thrown into with, you know, others, but she's
Yeah.
seen as the insect really by everyone. She's seen as the outsider. She has the problem. It is really, there are scenes absolutely you talk about that are really uncomfortable when reading it
there
too.
are
I'm
also
like, oh my
really
God,
sexy there are also really sexy scenes with a very hot half lion man that I am like in love with, but there is, you know, I think that you really did a beautiful way of depicting, also in the narrative, the for an actress to, you know, to look at a story, we look at the arc of a story, and you really see characters like, you really see this arc in so many characters where you don't exactly think that, you don't exactly know, you know, you're expecting them to do one thing. I even when I had to re-record her name so many times, Kali. I was like, Mike was like, you pronounced it wrong again. I'm like, what am I doing? I keep making it. I was like, Kali. I'm in the flow of things. But Kali, you know, she comes in and she's like, you know, this, so the half lion man, Aiden, there might be a little love triangle and some drama going on.
He's definitely hot. He's definitely hot.
Yeah, he's so yummy. But that, like, you expect those dynamics between like the cattiness of girl, and I love that you took a different route with that as well. You allowed the character who would just be the villain or whatever to have this beautiful arc in the story, and it's human. It's really human. There's a lot of, you know, there's a lot going on with all of the things that all of these different topics that we're talking about, where I think something like this is a conversation starter, and it's also an amazing, entertaining ride. And that, I think, is what we need right now, because it's exhausting. It's exhausting to see how much hurt and pain there is in the world. So to be able to be a part of something that highlights what's going on, is wildly entertaining and exciting, but also keeps us mindful. And I think it's less about, I think having a book like this and it being so geared towards young adults, but I think, you know, obviously Mike is 60 and he was obsessed with it, so anybody would love this book.
I've had someone who is 76 read it and love it, like
and boys, like young men are reading it and really are enjoying it. It's not just, it is a female, but it's very much Aiden and Siren who are leading this. Aiden is such a beautiful masculine energy. I know. So I really think that you did a beautiful job. You know, we're talking a lot about genders. We're talking a lot about this kind of not really attaching a gender to any type, anyone in particular, but allowing them to become who they feel they truly are. Yeah. And what I love about this is that it's so much more about the energy that is being exuded, right?
Yeah.
So when the characters, and you might have a female who's feminine, but you might have a female who's masculine. And it's an energy field, because we have all of that within us. We're not just male, female, girl, boy, whatever. When you feel more of an energetic alignment more of the time with the masculine, and you're a chick, beautiful, wonderful. You know, explore that. If you feel, but don't think that you don't have both. That's, I think, what's so amazing about this, and you really see it with the hybrid element, because they flicker. And when you flicker, you're in emotion, you're getting an intense emotion, you're under threat. So the character, basically, Aiden would be a beautiful man, and then he flickers into his lion self, and so he looks like a lion for a moment while he's, you know, going through whatever that emotion is, and then he comes back to himself. But what I love about that is I can be like, you know me, I was super, super tough but not strong for a long time. Very masculine to cope with all my trauma and all the things I've been through. Now I so embrace being feminine and flowy and wonderful, but don't fuck with me.
I know. No, don't fuck with AnnaLynne.
Don't fuck with me. Don't fuck with my friends. because
that's
all
what
those
I was
leather
going to
is
say. Oh, my
spikes.
friends. Yeah.
I'm gonna
I
fuck
always say
you
that. I'm
up.
like, I dare someone to try to come. My friends will kill you.
I will cut you, bitch. I love humanity, and I will also cut you. You know, you got to have a little bit of both, and I think that that's really what plays out is actually reading the book was like, it's almost like, yeah, I want to be that animal side of myself. I want to be that passionate side. Speaking of passion, I was pissed the fuck off at Colette, y'all. You have no idea how pissed I was. I read for 18 hours. I read this book for 18 hours. Okay, do you know how much your butt hurts when you sit somewhere for 18 hours? I read this book for so many hours, and Aiden and Siren are like, they can't be together, but they want each other, but they can't, but they want each other. And it's like this crazy, intense thing. And I'm getting to the point, and it's happening, and they're going to do it, and I know it. And it's like, and then they wake up together. I'm like, I'm gonna kill her. I'm gonna kill her. Oh my god.
I have other books that have that though.
No, the story is so amazing. It actually makes you just need more because you're like, oh my god.
Yes.
But like when book one ended, I was like, Colette, get typing, bitch, because I need to know what's happening with Aiden and Siren in book 2.
I'll write a Breed After Hours.
Oh yes, Breed After Hours. But no, so basically, okay, so you're asking where can I buy the book? So the book is called Breed.
Yes.
You can buy it anywhere you can purchase books. If you want to hear me perform it, which I strongly recommend.
She's amazing, you guys. She's so good. You're so good.
I love you.
You are.
You have to say that. You're my friend.
I say it, but it's the truth.
I need you guys to tell me if I'm any good. But you can get it anywhere you can get audiobooks. So go to Audible, go to iTunes, grab it on audiobook, and let me know if you like my schizophrenia. I literally go from different voice to different voice. So like, and there's so much action that at a moment, like I'm like, who am I right now? What am I doing? But it was so much fun to perform, and I'm so grateful to you, Coco. I mean, for writing such a wild ride, amazing experience, a conscientious book while being super entertaining, and for letting me perform it. I'm so grateful.
I'm so grateful that you performed it. Are you kidding me? It's a dream come true, and you did such an amazing job, and you brought my characters to life in every which way. So, I mean, I'm the lucky one here.
Well, you guys, I am so grateful for you to come hang out with us today as we talked about the book. Did you want to say anything else about Breed or about Shadow coming out?
No, I think we said it all.
Carrie, absolutely, Carrie. Yes.
What?
Carrie said this book is needed in these times.
Oh,
absolutely. Thank you for highlighting that. The name of my character is Siren, which I love because Greek mythology, not about that. But my character's name is Siren, and then the lead man is Aiden. And there's some really beautiful names in the book too. I'm like, if you're gonna have a child anytime soon, you need to read the book and steal a name or two, because they're super cool. Okay, I love you. I love you, Coco, so much.
I love you more.
We've got much work to do for book 2, but for right now, everybody go check out Breed.
And I can't wait to hear your exciting news too.
Oh, my exciting news. I was saying it earlier in the thing. So, yes, a little 90210.
I know, we can't talk about it yet. Yes.
We can't talk about it yet, but
a
little 90210 and this 90210.
I know, I'm so excited. I'm in a fangirl.
And yeah, we're gonna somehow involve you in that too. So I can't wait to be able to tell you guys what we're doing, but I can't tell you yet. So look for me and Shanae coming up, following Shanae and my feeds to find out what project she and I are doing again together. Naomi and Annie are back at it. But for now, go get Breed and let us know what you think about it. Unless you don't like it, don't tell me. I don't want to hear that.
I don't either.
Love you guys.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, Coco. Bye, everyone. Bye, Joey. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Chantel. Bye, Cecilia, sorry. Bye, guys. Integrity Matters. I love that.
I know.
Integrity Matters 1. What a beautiful handle. You guys are so awesome. Thanks so much for joining us. Okay, I don't want to say goodbye. Okay.
I know, you're like, what else? What else?
You're like, hi. Hi, I have a question. If you don't want answer, it's not a problem. Do you have a relationship with Dom McPurcell? Dom and I are family forever. We are family forever. He is one of the most wonderful people that I've ever met, and I am so grateful to have a wonderful, incredible man who has my back no matter what. When I've gotten sick, when my trauma memories came back, he showed up and stayed at my house and held me in his arms. So I love him forever. In this lifetime and probably many others.
We love Dom forever.
We love Dom. And I love you guys. And I love you, Coco. Okay, I do have to go because it's 11 and I got to run to my next appointment. Okay, I love y'all. Bye.
Bye.
The book is called Breed by Colette Abetty.
Bye, guys.
Breed, let me type that. Breed by Colette Abetty. Yeah. Did it work? Did it come through? There it is. Get it on audiobook. Kisses to Israel. All right. That's it. Take a little screenshot so you remember the name of the book, and please let me know what you think. Bye, guys.